clarifying on the news agency's reports, Finance Ministry sources told ET Now that there was no discussion on capital gain tax in the ministry. Now, the ministry denied any discussion on the capital gains tax, calling the media reports as baseless. ET Now managing editor Nikunj Dalmia throws light on the issue.
Well, with all due respect to a media organization which is claiming that there could be a tinkering in the tax structure, I think this is more like a bolt out of the blue, and it is not completely substantiated. What we understand from our finance ministry sources is that as of now there is no proposal to change any kind of taxes. One. B. We must also appreciate and recognize that next year there is going to be vote on account. And since there is going to be vote on account, any big incremental changes to the direct tax structure is unlikely to happen. C. If one really takes the clock back, and if I may just politely remind our viewers about what the finance minister essentially had to indicate to us when we specifically asked the finance minister and the honorable finance minister on why was there no changes which were done on the capital gains tax. She said, look, the capital gain taxes were changed in 2018 and it is far too early to make any kind of changes. Now, why there is so much of speculation? The reason why there is so much of speculation is because in the finance bill, the total indexation for debt mutual fund was changed. And while the government in a sense has indicated that, look, the direct tax reforms is something which they are working on, and the fact that a lot of asset classes now are coming under the same tax bracket, why should equity get some kind of a preferential treatment? So as of now, what we understand from a last communication from the finance minister, from the finance ministry, that there is no proposal whatsoever. The minute this news came out, there was a bit of a speculation in the market, and the markets came down. But looking at the context here, B, looking at the backdrop here, and what our sources are telling us, that we can confirm that there is no immediate plan to change the capital gain tax structure. The fact that direct tax reforms would be at play, this has been the stated objective of the government. They've been working towards that. But as of now, I go back to that same point. Our sources are telling us that there is no plan whatsoever to change the structure on capital gains immediately. Historically seen that the big tax changes now happen in the budget, especially when it comes to direct taxes. GST and indirect taxes is something which do not need the budget forum, but direct taxes, whether it is personal income tax, with the exception of one big corporate cut, Aisha, which happened in 2019 because that was need of the hour, direct tax changes are normally not changed midway. B, there is no immediate need to bring back capital gains taxes because in last 12 to 18 months, it's not that equity markets have just gone one way. And C, I just take the conversation back. In the month of Feb, when we seeked our opinion from the finance minister, he said that 2018, the tax structure for long term was changed. It's too early because there has been a patch of COVID and there has been a patch of unusual drop and unusual recovery. It's too early for the government now to take any kind of a view based on just 3.5 years of data. I know the speculation is there, especially after the finance bill was tabled, but I think we cannot link the change in capital gains taxes versus what has come in the finance bill for debt mutual funds. We should not confuse and link them.